your notes, come back and say, okay, I have this question. How does the Sharia look at this? Where did this come from? Where did that come from? This is all from Quran and Hadith. The ingredients are the Quran and the Hadith. The taste is different. It's much easier to swallow because it's already been processed and it's ready-made. So each of us should take a notebook, write down the points, memorize the basic essential points, and then begin to use them within your house. Think, okay, how can I purify my floor? Is my washing machine truly purifying? How will I purify my bed sheets, etc.? Apply these principles to your daily life, and inshallah you'll notice a tremendous benefit. The last thing that I'd like to recommend, which I'm actually going to recommend every day, is based on a beautiful hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which is that if a person prays the Fajr prayer, and after the Fajr prayer remains busy in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subsequently, if they then stand up after sunrise and pray 2 rak'ah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them the reward of a Hajj and an Umrah. This is a hadith from Imam Tirmidhi's book, and it's Sahih, according to our ulama. There's no debate about this hadith. So we should really inculcate this hadith in these 10 days. We can make it so that we did 10 Hajj and 10 Umrah, one a day. What a great opportunity. You don't have to put out the $2,000 to $3,000. You don't have to get the visa. You don't have to get any shots. You don't have to get pushed back and forth by the hundreds of thousands of people, and you'll get the same reward, sitting comfortably in the masjid. Now these sessions, these are the remembrance of Allah. When we talk about tahara, we are essentially talking about the Quran and the Hadith, what Allah commanded us and what He requests from us. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ التَّوَّابِينَ وَيُحِبُّ الْمُتَطَهِّرِينَ. This is the way by which Allah begins to love you. If you become of the mutatahhirin, then you attract the love of Allah. When you attract the love of Allah, we know from Hadith, Allah calls out to the entire universe and tells the angels, tell the whole universe that I love this servant, so they should love him. Then the fish begin to make dua for you in the sea. The angels begin to make dua for you in the heavens. The animals of the earth begin to make dua for you. And the love and the people's hearts begin to turn towards you. This is da'wah. There's 2 forms of da'wah. One is to run around and bang on people's head with a hammer, accept Islam. Another one is, let the angels take care of it. You do your job. Please Allah. Become one of the people who is loved by Allah. And the angels will command their heart. People will not have a choice but to come to your doorstep to accept this deen. So inculcate these principles. Take them seriously. They form an essential aspect of da'wah. Everybody wants to talk about da'wah nowadays. How are we going to do da'wah? We have to do more da'wah. Let's do this da'wah. This is da'wah. This is the essence of the da'wah. When you inculcate this in your life, then inshallah, the rest of the universe will follow. So it has a huge effect. When you sit here and you learn, it has a huge effect. You don't affect yourself. You affect the whole universe. The whole universe is affected by your learning the principles of tahara. If Allah decides that you are to become one of His loved servants, and He announces to the angels, and the angels scream through the universe that Allah loves this person, so you too love him, and it reaches the depth of the fish in the darkest corner of the ocean, we can't even see what's down there. When can you even go there? It's reaching the corners of the earth, the deepest points of the earth, places where no human has gone. The universe, the 7 heavens, all of these begin to exclaim that Allah loves this servant, so you too love him. What choice do people have after that? If the universe, if this gets established within the precept of the universe, what choice do people have after that? So inculcate these principles of tahara. Now inshallah, according to our schedule, this is the time for Salatul Ishraq. And again, Salatul Ishraq is that salah which is made after the sun rises. It consists of 2 rak'ah, and it inshallah gives you the reward of a Hajj and an Umrah. So I'll ask each of you to perform that. Keep in mind also that after that is personal time. So use it in a way that you feel personally necessary. And again, I told you yesterday, the schedule that we've established is a very, very carefully drawn out schedule. I've taken into account, based on what my teachers taught me, various aspects of your development. Some of it needs to be done in a group, okay? And some of it needs to be done alone. There's got to come that time where you sit down on the musalla by yourself and begin to beg from Allah. Nobody can do it for you. And so that personal time is for that. If you need to rest your bodies. If you need to take care of something, take care of it during that time. So the time for classes, be in the class. The time for sleep, sleep. The time for eating, eat. If you put all this together, then inshallah you'll gain tremendous benefits over the few days. And I think just from the prayer last night, I'm sure that you felt the difference in your prayer last night and the prayer 3 days ago. I mean, your ability, how easy it was for us to pray those extra prayers after, Taraweeh. I mean, I felt like there was just nur all over this place, because it's just so easy. And that's because Allah begins to bless this environment, and then you begin to change. 20 days of hard work from the beginning of Ramadan, the last 10 days you solidify it, and inshallah you'll reach new heights in your iman. So go ahead and pray Ishraq. If you want to use some of this time also to make up your previous qada prayers, as we've been doing, you can do that as well. And inshallah, then after that is personal time, and after that there'll be dhuhr. The dhuhr adhan will be called inshallah a little bit earlier, hopefully, so that we can get up if anybody's sleeping and begin to make wudu. Keep in mind that we should stagger ourselves when we make wudu. And then finally, after the dhuhr prayer, between dhuhr and asr, that'll be a time for tilawah of the Quran, time to spend time with the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.